you doing, everybody? My name is Brandon Dudechair Craven, and welcome to another edition of my top 5 favorite moments from Monday Night Raw. This time it is for 6/24/2019. That is June 24th, 2019. And again, all of these picks are by me. This guy right here. This guy right here. So it's all my opinion. If you don't like my opinion, hit that dislike button. But if you do like my opinion on these matches and on these top fives, give me a like. Be sure to hit that like button for me because it really helps. So, anyways, without further ado, and I am still trying the new setup here with the lights being off and a new ring light. So let me know what you guys think in the comments about that. And anyways, without further ado, let's get right into the top 5 moments chosen by me, yours truly. So let's get right into it with number 5. My number 5 for this week, The New Day and the Usos versus Daniel Bryan, Rowan, and the Revival. This match really took off when it came down to the Usos and the Revival. It was such a great tag match at that point. I mean, I can sit here and talk about that match all day long. I can sit here and make this whole video about that match between the Revival and the Usos. It was fantastic. That, to me, is classic tag team wrestling. It was just really, really good. And when I say classic, I'm not talking about old school classic, which it did have some of that, but I'm talking about new school classic. It was just really good, really high impact moves, and it was just so, so good. And there was no complaints about that entire match. Number 4 this week, R-Truth. R-Truth is absolute gold. He is gold with that 24/7 title. The title still sucks. The title itself, the design of the title still sucks. But every time he is on TV right now, he has me dying. It's just completely just over the top, and it's fantastic TV, and it's hilarious. Can't say enough about it. It's great. It's just great. Number 3 this week, a certain club reunion with AJ Styles and Carl Anderson and Luke Gallows. I don't ask for much in life, but please let that happen. Let a reunion with AJ Styles, Carl Anderson, and Luke Gallows. Let that happen. I don't care if AJ turns heel. I don't care. Please let that happen. Number 2 this week, Kofi Kingston's matches that he had against both Sami Zayn first and Kevin Owens after. He originally, like I stated, was supposed to only be facing Sami Zayn. But after beating him, he was challenged by Kevin Owens, and they were both really good matches, and it just shows how much of a player Kofi really is. He's really a team player. He's all in. He's great. And he was jumped post-match by Samoa Joe, and it has been announced that Samoa Joe will face Kofi Kingston at Extreme Rules in a couple of weeks for the WWE title. So I feel like that's gonna be a really good match. I don't know who's gonna win that one, but we will see. And hopefully, my review of Stomping Grounds possibly could be out this weekend. Possible. I'll get into more about that here in just a few minutes. But it was just overall, it was just really good sequence of matches by Kofi and Sammy and Kevin Owens. So it was just really good. And my number 1 pick for this week, if you did not see my social media, I spoiled it and said this was going to be my number 1 pick for this week, the return of The Undertaker. It was absolutely fantastic. It was unexpected. Nobody saw it coming. I didn't see anything on social media about, oh, The Undertaker's in the arena. Nothing about it. It totally shocked fans. You could just hear the roof blow off the place when it happened. I absolutely loved it. And I'm interested to see where it goes, which right now will lead to a tag match with Roman Reigns and The Undertaker versus Shane McMahon and Drew McIntyre at Extreme Rules. So that's going to be really cool. They haven't really gotten much contact with each other since WrestleMania a couple of years ago when Roman beat The Undertaker. So it'll be interesting to see what that dynamic holds. Does Undertaker hold a grudge with Roman for beating him? Is he trying to do this out of respect for Roman because he doesn't, he respects him because he beat him? We'll see what happens going forward. So now let's take a look at my honorable mentions for this week. My honorable mention for this week was AJ Styles versus Ricochet. I mean, honestly, this is why, I mean, it wasn't in my top five because you knew it was going to be a great match. You just knew it. And all these other things that I had in my top five were actually, I don't want to say shock value, but they were good when you didn't expect them to be that good. They were that good. But you just knew AJ and Ricochet were just gonna blow the roof off the place, and that's what they did. It was a great match. And I mean it teased even more. It teased the Bullet Club, or the club, sorry. It teased the club more, which is a good thing. And I think AJ is gonna eventually turn heel. And I love AJ Styles as a heel. I really do. I think he plays a great heel. I honestly, at this point, I prefer his heel over a babyface AJ Styles. I really do, because he's just that good. I mean, it was just a really good match, and, I wouldn't have expected anything less. Now let's take a look at some pros and cons for this week. My pro for this week, obviously, The Undertaker, but also Samoa Joe as a possible contender for the WWE title. Both of them were really, really good moments, and I'm anxious to see where both of them go, because Samoa Joe, let's be honest, he's gotten the short end of the stick a lot with the WWE title, Universal title, any major singles title. He's gotten the short end of the stick almost every single time. So it'll be interesting to see what they do with that going forward, if they're going to feed him to Kofi, well, not feed him, but if they're going to make him lose to Kofi, or if they're actually going to pull the trigger and give the title to Samoa Joe. So we'll see what happens there. Um, Personally, I'd be okay with either one. I want to see Kofi keep the title. I think he's had a great run, and I think some fans are going to be really, really ticked off if he loses. But at the same time, Samoa Joe does deserve a title, a major title like that. He does. It's time for him to get one too. So we'll see what happens with that. And my con for this week: Braun Strowman versus Bobby Lashley in a tug of war. Really? Tug of war? It's 2019. Half of this generation doesn't even remember tug of war, let alone that thing, whatever you want to call it. You don't even want to call it a match, because it really wasn't. Really, just and before that was an arm wrestling match, and I think something else. But good grief, man! Just if you're not going to use them right, put them on SmackDown or something. Goodness gracious! I mean, you're not using them on Raw, except in these little gimmicks, and they're stupid. On top of that, I don't know. We'll see where it goes. A lot of people on social media were saying that it's going to lead to a bull rope match, at Extreme Rules, which I'd be okay with that. But good grief, just good grief, man. And that's going to do it for my top 5 favorite moments for Monday Night Raw this week. Um, Thank you guys so much for watching. If you agreed with my top 5 moments from this week, go ahead and hit that like button. If you didn't agree with my top 5 moments from this week, you can hit that dislike button if you want to, and then tell me in the comments what you thought your top 5 moments were from this week. And and tell me your top five anyway. Tell me what moments you enjoyed from Raw this week. Tell me what you didn't like from Raw this week. And anyway, stick around. Coming up right after this video, or shortly after this video, will be my top 5 favorite moments from SmackDown Live for this week. And that one's going to be a fun one too. So thank you guys so much for watching. My name is Brandon Dudechair Craven. God bless you. We will see you next time right here on the Rolling Wrestling Review YouTube channel. And I'm actually remembering to do it this time. I'm down for the 3 count. 1, 2, 3. See you later, everybody.